What's going on, guys? So we are out here at the F450 dealing with a bit of a mechanical issue, or not so much a mechanical issue, but a power issue. My batteries are dead. So these batteries are, I believe they're about 3 years old. So they're not very old. These specific batteries have actually been performing pretty well for the last several years, and it's time to replace them. So I plan on replacing these with a brand that is no longer Motorcraft, and I'll explain why here in a second. So hang tight, I'll be right back. Okay, so in front of me, you are looking at some Walmart batteries. You heard me right. These are Platinum Series Everstarts. Got them at Walmart. These are AGM batteries. And, you know, these specific batteries, a lot of people would consider to be budget batteries. I paid $150 each. If you go to AutoZone, Pep Boys, O'Reilly's, all of those places, typically a similar battery is going to be over $200, between $210 and $250 each. There's some places online where you can pick up batteries that are significantly more expensive. And then, of course, there are the factory batteries that you can pick up from Ford, the Motorcraft batteries, either in a standard lead acid or in an AGM format, which the AGM batteries, of course, costing significantly more, I think like $3.99 each. So a lot of people would say, why would you get an Everstart battery as opposed to, you know, something from Ford or a brand like Optima or, you know, a number of other brands, whether it's Interstate or, you know, like I said, number of other brands that are out there. And what most people don't know is that there's really only two major automotive battery manufacturers in the United States. One of those companies is Johnson Controls, and the other company is Exide, I believe. And of those two companies, they produce or manufacture about 90% of all automotive batteries sold. Interstate, for instance, is made by Johnson Controls. Everstart is Johnson Controls. If you look at a lot of the other batteries like Optima, Johnson Controls. And they produce the batteries in a few warehouses spread out through the US, Canada, and in Asia. But the interesting thing here is a lot of times whenever your battery goes out, one of the first things you do is you call the vehicle manufacturer dealership that you have locally. For instance, for me it would be Ford, and you start pricing out what a Ford battery would cost, and it's going to be a Motorcraft brand battery. Well, the question a lot of people face is, if they get a battery from somewhere else, are they getting a lower quality battery? But again, the reality is a Motorcraft battery is actually produced by Johnson Controls, same company that makes this Everstart battery. What you can realize very quickly is the vast majority of batteries you can just go out to a retail store and buy, which is specifically what you generally do whenever a battery goes out on your vehicle, right? So, you know, you wake up one morning, you come out, you try to start your truck or your car and it doesn't start. You start panicking and you call all the local places to try to find a battery. And typically you'll go to the place that's closest to you that has the battery and the size and the type that you're looking for. Most people will just go with the lead acid replacement battery, but a lot of people will look for upgrades. But for me, it's a Sunday and the dealership's not open, and my battery actually went out 2 days ago, but it was a holiday, so I didn't have the ability to find a battery immediately, and I wanted to get something that was going to be good quality, readily available like everyone else. And again, I contemplated, do I just wait until the Ford dealership opens and buy one from them? But then I realized, you know what, they're all pretty much made by the same people, so does it really matter? And again, there are a few boutique brands that are out there. They probably make up less than 5% of the batteries that are sold in the US, and those boutique brands turn out a really good quality product. The problem you run into is they're not only significantly more expensive, and let's all admit it, price is always, you know, a part of the value of buying batteries, whether it's affordable or not, but they're also harder to get, and they take a lot longer, and you might have to wait a couple of weeks to actually get the battery you're looking for, or you may have to travel a significant distance to get that battery. So for me, I'm fine with these. Again, made by Johnson Controls, sold for roughly $60 to $70 less than a similar battery at O'Reilly's or another place like that. AGM have a 4-year free replacement warranty, which I can really appreciate. It says lasts up to 2 times longer. The other perk of going to an AGM battery over your traditional lead acid battery is the fact that an AGM battery is going to have just a much longer lifespan, and it's also going to be able to go to a much lower storage capacity level and still be able to start a vehicle. It works in much more inclement conditions, whether it's super cold or super hot. They just perform better than lead acid, and they have more charge cycles to them, so they're going to last longer overall. And that's where they talk about that whole 2x longer lifespan. Everybody else that was selling the 65 group AGM batteries they were 650 cold cranking amps, and Walmart was the only one with the EverStart that had the 750 cold cranking amps, which is what I prefer. So it's more cranking amperage, which you may need if it gets super, super cold, which we don't really deal with much down here in South Texas. It's like 40 degrees out today, and it feels like we're in the Arctic tundra. Anyways, I'm going to throw these batteries in, but I did feel like it was worth explaining to you all why I'm putting Walmart batteries inside of my truck. Again, these were 150 bucks, so each one of them roughly $60, $70 less. I didn't get charged the core fee, or the core replacement charge, which is $22 or something like that per battery that some of the other places wanted to charge. So all in all, both of these batteries cost me $350 after tax. When I looked at the other batteries, it would have cost me like $520. And I would have had to take my old batteries back to get the core refund. And, you know, it's just a lot of hassle. But yeah, this is really awesome. I'm going to throw these things in and see how they perform. All right, so we are all done. Here are the old batteries that we took out. These are the Max Series Motorcraft. And yeah, these things I think were put in about 2.5 years ago, so they may be under free replacement warranty. I'm still happy that I replaced them with some AGM batteries, especially considering I got the AGM batteries at what I feel to be a pretty reasonable price. I'm still going to take these back and get them swapped out if they're still under warranty, which again I think they are. But let me show you what we put in the truck. And real quick, I got the Milwaukee version of this thing at the main house, our other place, and out here I didn't have one, so I just bought this interesting AOBEN version of it off of Amazon. It was super affordable. It was like 110 bucks, and it came with some sockets, an extension. The build quality feels identical to my Milwaukee. Now, I'm not under any illusion. I know the Milwaukee is going to be significantly better, but I didn't want to drop the money for two Milwaukees, and I don't really use it that much, to be honest with you. It's not really that high torque, so you don't get quite as much pressure as you might think, but it's perfect for battery replacement, things like that, getting to maybe some nuts that might be in a hard to reach spot. But you know, the thing worked really well today. This is the first time I've used it. It comes with two 12-volt batteries. I haven't swapped the battery out. The thing just worked absolutely flawlessly. So if you're looking for a lower cost alternative, I'll throw a link in the description of this thing. And I'm very impressed, honestly, with the overall feel, weight, size. It'd be interesting to see if these batteries are interchangeable with Milwaukee batteries, but I don't know. Battery-wise, there's a battery indicator somewhere on here, right there. Shows that the battery is still full. Yeah, that third light is a little dim, but it is coming on. Yep, but we got everything secured. Coming over to the truck. Got any corrosion cleaned off of these terminals. Got some baking soda on there. Everything's nice and tight. Got our new EverStart battery in place. And on this side, got this one installed as well. I have this going to a little jumper cable down at the bottom. I have this wire feeding to an accessory inside, and then everything else comes off of my upfitter switches. So we're in really good shape. Batteries fit in real well. While I was in here, I went ahead and cleaned these little clamps down really well and hit them with a fresh coat of paint. Same with this one over here. But yeah, super easy to do. This truck gives you a lot of room to work on batteries, so you can easily pull them out, even with all the extra cables that are routed around that one over there. I'm pretty impressed with the batteries so far, and you know, one of the first ways of checking this is to drop the hood, make sure I got nothing underneath here, and remote start the truck and see what happens. There you go. Started no problem at all. And something I recommend doing if you're going to swap the batteries out on one of these is leave one battery connected, remove one, and then when you get the battery in, connect it. That way you don't lose any memory functions, anything that you might have saved in the truck, on the radio, that kind of thing. But yeah, we are completely wrapped up here. Very happy with the new batteries. I'll put a link in the description of those as well, because I know people are always looking for batteries. And again, when the batteries that I just put in here are $60 to $70 less than a battery at AutoZone, or a couple $100 less than a battery from Ford, and it's made in the same factory by the same company, and I can upgrade to a better battery, then, you know, it's a win-win scenario to me. We got two better batteries, AGM batteries. They should last longer. They should provide me with more long-term reliable power versus what I took out. again, I am going to go to Ford and I'm going to see if I can get those 2 batteries swapped out because they should still be under warranty. So I think today was a good day. Anyways, guys, I sure hope you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.